Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to be talking about literature guides. So this is something that I'm going to add this year for my son's second grade homeschool year. I compiled a few books that I want to, and stories that I want to get literature guides for. But I am gonna need a little bit of help because this is the first time I'm doing this. So I know that there's companies out there that sell literature guides, like Lightning Literature, and Memorial Press does it too. But I heard that on Teachers Pay Teachers, they have literature guides for free. But I know that's gonna take a little more research, and I really wanna get a good one. Something that's really on the simple side, and you know, he has a lot of curriculum for language arts like grammar and spelling and writing, all of those things. So I don't want to like take too much time on the literature guides. I mostly want comprehension type of guides. So if anybody knows or can recommend some really solid literature guides, that would be a huge help, and I appreciate it if you leave it in the comments below, and even for others to find. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show the books that I'm gonna be using this year for literature, and what I'm gonna have to find literature guides for. So let me go kind of like in the order of how I'm gonna use it. The first book I'm gonna use, I'm gonna actually flip this camera around. Okay, so this looks really sad, you guys, but this is Frog and Toad. The cover is completely ripped off, and I try to look for it and I cannot find it anywhere. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure my 2-year-old got a hold of it and it was already tearing, and he just probably tore the rest off. But this is the complete set where all the stories are compiled into this book of Frog and Toad. So I was thinking for the literature guides of just choosing maybe just a couple of stories from here, and you can see there's a lot to choose from. Maybe just doing some of his favorites. I know A Lost Button was one of our favorites. Another favorite that was really funny was Down the Hill, and Ice Cream was really funny. They're all pretty funny, but those were just like kind of like the favorites. So yeah, I'm just gonna choose maybe 2 or 3 of the stories here. He's pretty much read all of them already, so that's kind of the nice thing. And that was another thing I wanted to do, was choose stories that he's already read, so that way he already read it once through just for fun, and now we'll do a little bit of like, you know, school time with it, if that makes sense. That's what we're gonna start with. And then what I'm gonna do after that is I was thinking we could get into the Beatrix Potter. Again, this is like all the stories compiled into one book. So you can see the table of contents here. And again, I was just thinking of choosing 1 or 2, but probably just 1 actually. I was thinking of just doing the Peter Rabbit story, and then after that, we can just do the literature guide just on that one story. Thirdly, I wanted to do the Brambly hedge. Same thing again. It's just all of the stories combined. We had read the spring story and summer story, so I would like to maybe just do 1 story out of this. So maybe summer story. We could probably do summer story. So just that story there. Okay, so next I'm gonna get into the chapter book. So obviously that's gonna take a little more time, but my goal is, okay, so we have like 1 more month before school officially starts. It's gonna start like at the end of August. And so I want to use the rest of this time to read the books that he hasn't read yet that will be on the literature guide list. So that way when we get to it, it's not like we're rushing through it or we feel pressure, you know, to get through it while he has all this other schoolwork to do, all these other subjects. So let me go ahead and show what we've chosen for that. So this is one that he's already read, Surprise Island, Boxcar Children. So we'll go ahead and do a literature guide with this. This is the chapter book, but it was pretty easy to get through and very fun. And yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll find a guide for that. The next one we want to get through is Mr. Popper's Penguins. So here's a kind of a quick flip through of what that looks like inside. The length is pretty similar to the Boxcar Children, I would say. So I'm pretty sure we can get through it before the summer ends. So it's between this and the Muffets. We're gonna read this. This one's a little more lengthy, but you can see it's a chapter book as well. So we have, this is the goal, is that we're gonna read both of these in a month. So that's kind of my time frame. But if we don't finish before the summer ends and school starts, we'll still have time to kind of read through this before the end of the school year when we do end up getting to it. So yeah, that's my plan. These are all the books and stories that I have lined up for the literature guides. So I'm going to be doing another updated curriculum video because I'm actually going to add a couple more curriculums, and I'm going to actually switch a curriculum out. So when I do that video, I'm going to go ahead and show what I also decided on the literature guides after just doing some research on it and getting some suggestions. So stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming soon, and thank you so much for watching this video and for all your help, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.